Hi, Scaredy Cats. My name is Kid from Scaredy Cat Gaming, and we are in a game called The Station of Leaves. Now, this is a demo, so please keep that in mind as I play through this game as much as I can. This game is a visual novel. You adapt the role of John Upson, a private investigator who, after receiving the visit of a particular client, ends up getting involved in a strange case of disappearances that are taking place in a small town called Valley Dream. After a disturbing encounter with a character named the Vagabond, Upson ends up being dragged into a strange world inhabited by monstrous beings with human features. So I saw that and thought it sounded interesting, and I'm excited to get to play this. So let's get started. 2 weeks ago, 21:30 p.m. I'm looking for the key to close my office and finish my quiet day at work, when suddenly I begin to hear the squeaky sound of the front door opening. A young woman of no more than 20 years old, slowly and with a peaceful expression enters the interior of my office. Her mere presence, together with the silence that surrounds the scene, petrifies me for an instant. For some reason, I sensed that behind that innocent, youthful figure was hiding something, which was simply chilling to me. The stranger introduced herself as Elise. Ooh, that's a different name. Oh, there's more. Elise Donna Celent. And after throwing a couple of coins on my desk, she asked for my services. I was about to refuse until I noticed that those little coins I threw on the table were nothing more and nothing less than real gold pieces. Several questions ran through my mind at the time, but ambition cut me off for a moment, and I simply took the coins without asking anything about it. Elise told me about some strange disappearances in a town called Valley Dream, and her need to get information about everything about it. She recommended that I begin my research at a bar called the Midnight Trick in the center of the town. Finally, we shook hands to close the deal, and before going out the door and getting lost in the darkness of the night, the young woman stared at me and added, "You're a very special person, Mr. Upson. Don't disappoint me." Delson. John, you're always dragging me into shady business. Can you at least tell me what it's about this time? Okay, so this is like a click game, I guess. We're gonna tell the truth, first of all, because why would you ignore his question? Tell him the truth. A client contacted me to get information about some disappearances in this town. Cloudy things, obviously. Everyone in the bar seemed to be aware of the disappearances, and although no one told me anything concrete, everyone named someone, a person they nicknamed the Vagabond. Together with my companion, and after asking questions to everyone who entered and left the bar, we ended up concluding that it was a being with the power of great wishes to some people, as long as they managed to overcome the test that this imposed on them. In conclusion, the Vagabond was not much more than an urban legend, which someone was obviously taking advantage of to very possibly kidnap people. But what was the purpose of all this? Delson, 23:30 p.m. Sorry, the music was getting way too loud. Too much work for today. I, for my part, go to the hostel. What are you going to do? Okay, I'll stay a little while longer. I finished my coffee and it caught up with you. Good night. I'll stay a while longer. Don't make deals with supernatural beings. I never thought I'd say that. Haha. You should observe the surroundings. Maybe you'll find something that is vagabond. I don't know when this leaf appeared on the table, but it feels warm to the touch and seems to have an inexplicable shining aura around it. Aura. I know it's aura. I just wanted to say that. For some reason, I get a rough feeling holding it. It's like it's more than just a leaf. Bah, maybe I'm thinking too much about it. You should rest for a while. What? No! After leaving the leaf where it was, an icy breeze crossed my back. Several whispers began to sound behind me, and finally a cold hand rested on my shoulder. At this point, my body, for some reason, no longer responded. I had remained motionless, while a warm sweat ran through my trembling body.
Do you like to play with leaves? Do you like to play with dead leaves, Mr. Upson?
I don't care how it knows my last name. Who are you?
No, no, no. For me to give you something, you first have to do something.
I'm not afraid of you, or is this a test? This is of course a test, so I'm not afraid of you. It sounds very brave, but you can't even move a muscle in my presence. I don't play the hero, and listen to my words clearly.
Your test, Mr. John Upson, is very simple. Turn around and look me in the eye. Watch me closely, and I will tell you the real reason why you are here.
Roll over.
What's the matter, Mr. Upson? You look a little pale. Mr. Upson, and the one you call the Vagabond, and you are but a simple pawn in the middle of a very dangerous game. My master would not forgive such interference, but fortunately, I am much more
Pecious? I can't really read that.
and if he passes another test, perhaps I will let him go. But for the moment, I am your new boss, Mr. Upson. Keep that in mind.
Hey, I don't answer to nobody. I don't care who you are. A dream. It was just a dream. There's no one around here. Just me. But why isn't anyone here? I hope they haven't closed the bar. I don't want to stay locked up all night here. Steps. Looks like I'm not alone. Maybe some of the bar attendants are still around. I'd better ask him for help. I propose a better idea, Mr. Upson. Wake up and open your eyes, because if this is a dream...
Good evening, Mr. Upson. My name is Perdia, and I am at your service. I hope to be of use to you.
What is this black fog? Why are you doing this to me?
The fog is an ancient curse. It has the capacity to devour every organic being that is inside it. But rest assured, as long as you stay close to me, nothing will happen to you. But if my presence makes you as uncomfortable as the fog, you can override the curse by saying out loud,
It wants me to say... something darkness. Ethereal darkness. I don't want to say it. Sure. The fog killed them all.
No, Mr. Upson, I don't kill them all. You're still alive, and I am glad for that. This is my
This is my fault.
Don't blame yourself. The vagabond has done this, and if you want to prevent him from doing something like this again, first you have to follow the game.
And when the time comes, I'll send him to hell?
For now, let's focus on fulfilling your request. Here, he left me this envelope for you. He said that inside it was your proof.
Purge, that's true. Oh, her name was Purge? I thought it was Purgia. Because it looked like an A. The strange entity, which for some reason was very sympathetic to my situation, gave me a brown envelope, which bore a seal in the shape of a pentagram, and had as a reference to the vagabond. Yeah, I'll open it. Okay.
Mr. Upston, it has been a real pity that we could not finish our talk, but you fainted, and I am too busy to wait for you to wake up, so I left you a series of instructions until I took a job of listing
them one by one. The things you have to do. Don't thank me. I know you appreciate my intention to facilitate your work. Sincerely, the Vagabond. Go to Avenue 13 and continue in a straight line until you find a train station. Enter the station and wait until 3 a.m. The rest will be explained to you by your new partner. The rest will be explained to you by your new partner. P.S. I recommend that you go out before that bar.
We should go, my lord. We have a long way to go, and the nights become short when someone has to work.
Okay, first of all, the strange woman showed up and she has demon horns. She's obviously some kind of demon. Why are you being so informal with me? I don't care about that. It's hard for me to trust you. Why are you helping me? It's hard for me to trust you, dude. Why are you helping me?
In the envelope I keep in his pocket, there is an ancient talisman with the ability to purge demons found inside human bodies.
That doesn't answer my question.
I am Purgia.
It is Purgia! Okay, so then why does it say Purge at the top? Never mind.
The entity that lives in the talisman. I possess knowledge about different types of invocations, spells, and curses. You, Mr. Upson, having my talisman, became my master, and I, your faithful servant. I am at your disposal to give you protection and knowledge.
I'm gonna call my partner. Hi, I may be sleeping or working, but I'm not at the phone. Leave your message after listening to the... I'm gonna call him again. Hello? Fine, I'll exit the bar. As soon as I leave the bar, I find a scene that perplexes me. Vans and police cars block the street to my right and left, while an officer seems to be heading towards me, preventing me from advancing forward. My escape options seem to be null and void, and the police officer is already just a few steps away from me, staring at me in silence. I feel like if I explain what happened, he'll think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna do it anyway. The police officers did not come for me. Apparently something serious was going on because they were taking all the people out of their houses and apartments. Within minutes, the streets had filled with people. Many of them were angry, others worried, and some seemed scared. Police sirens mingled with people's chattering and moaning. This doesn't look good. I could talk to someone to find out what's going on here, and then follow my way to the train station.
Mr. Upson, I have a feeling it's best to get on our way and out of this place as soon as possible.
Purge, somebody's gonna see you. Hide.
Don't worry, Mr. Upson. Only humans with a connection to magic can see me. All of these people, only you... Of all these people, only you can see me. I am completely sure.
That's as interesting as it is strange. Right. There's only one question and we'll leave immediately.
As you wish.
Okay, if I talk with the civilians, I don't think they know what was going on, so let's talk to the cops. We were ordered to assist in the evacuation of this area. Well, obviously. Now get out of here, it interferes with our work. After the huge bells, the man with whom he was talking was silent, raised his head towards the sky, and from his eye began to drip blood. I walked away from that stranger, only to realize that all those present were the same, silent in their eyes, lost in the sky, without any expression on their faces. Something in my mind warned me not to look up. I tried to get away from the place, but no matter in which direction I went, the streets were all full of people, watching motionless towards the sky. What's up in the sky? Finally, I stumbled upon one of them and fell to the ground. My eyes inevitably witnessed what everyone there was watching. Oh. The blow of the fall had stunned me, but what my eyes were seeing kept me awake. A huge green pentagram stretched across the night sky, illuminating it with a supernatural green glow, while among the nines were around it stood out huge black tentacles that moved macabrely around the pentagram as if it were a sinister dance.
It seems that the seventh seal has been broken. Mr. Epson, I think it's time to go. You don't need to watch this anymore.
How did I get here?
I've brought it.
I barely remember what happened.
I'm afraid he's had to erase some of his last memories.
Why did you do that?
A few hours ago, it interacted with an ancient magic seal, a mark that emerged in the skies.
That's no reason to erase someone's memories.
I'm sorry, my lord, but that seal you observed was the seal of madness. If you hadn't erased your last memories, the image of the seal would have most likely corrupt your mind to the point of insanity.
This game's getting weird, and I kind of like it, but also I kind of don't. I'm not going to apologize to her, because, again, I don't care what it is, you have no reason to do that to anybody, and it's not like you wanted to be in this anyway, so I'm going to be as rude as possible to her. Talk about the mission.
Before we talk about that, I need you to look at your right hand for a moment.
Why? What'd you do? Did you cut me?
What the hell is this?
I'm not even gonna try to say that because I don't. No.
The vagabond? The only way to eliminate this mark is to comply with the requirements of the entity. If the owner of the mark refuses to comply with the request, the mark will slowly consume his body to death.
The train continued to run, and Pergia continued to review to me all the details of what the Vagabond wanted me to do. Apparently, 3 beings called the White Demons, a hybrid species of humans and demons, had escaped from the Vagabond, and were hiding in the land of the leaves. An alternate version of the small town of Valley Dream, in which it's always fall and humans don't exist. My goal was simple, or at least that's how Pergia described it. I had to get close to the demons, lift up the talisman, and she would absorb their souls and then lock them inside the amulet. Okay, this is starting to get a little weird. Once I caught the 3 demons, I had to say, I give you back your mark. I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't want to see it again. So that the vagrant would appear and remove his mark from my hand. Okay. Do I want to play chapter 1? I don't know. This game's kind of weird. I'm going to end this episode here. And this is really weird. The music's good, and I like how it is. I just don't know if I actually want to play it. Because this isn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a moving game. I'm not really that kind of... like, games like this just don't really interest me in a way, which sounds bad, but it is a good game so far. But I just don't know if I really want to continue on with it. So, I'm going to end this episode here. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, hit that like button. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, I'll put the links in the description below. Until next time, I'm Katie Jax. Bye-bye!